What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another hour-long live Q&A, yo. A lot of things going on, man. We just had the NFL Combine take place. A lot of guys really stood out, yo. The quarterbacks, the two top big dogs, Jambalaya, Joe Burrow, and Tua didn't throw, didn't really participate. But you had Jonathan Taylor running the 4-3. You had Henry Ruggs running a 4-2. You had on the defensive side, man, you had Derek Brown, big like he is, running a 5-1. Isaiah Simmons ran a 4-3. A lot of guys, did their thing at the combine, man. And just really elevated their stock. Philadelphia Eagles, obviously we're looking for wide receiver help, man. And this is a very, very deep wide receiver class. Me personally, the guy I identify as Henry Ruggs the third. He has that Tyreek Hill factor, and I think that's exactly what Carson Wentz needs in this offense. But there's also guys like my boy Justin Jefferson. Isn't quite the speed guy downfield, but is a very polished wide receiver. You got a guy like KJ Hamler who, is a speed guy also. Then you got other positions, deeper in the draft. In the NBA, man, the Miami Heat, after having a real ugly start after the All-Star break, losing to three very bad teams, have picked it up, yo, 1-3 in a row, including last night's very, very impressive win, beating the Milwaukee Bucks at home, the NBA's best team, in convincing fashion. So, they still out there trying to battle for that 2 seed. A lot of things going on, man. Obviously, other NFL news. I seen they just had a big trade today before I came on. I seen AJ Boye got traded from the Jacksonville Jaguars to the Denver Broncos. I felt like that's a move Jacksonville had to make, yo. Look like they cleaning the house over there. And this NFL free agency is right around the corner, yo. Like around a couple of weeks away, yo. A lot of big names are gonna be moving. Let's see if the Eagles gonna make some things happen, yo. But I'm glad that everybody could be back and enjoying your boy again for this hour-long show, yo. Let's see. What's up, Brian Dennis? Steady. Appreciate you tuning in. Chop on, baby. That's right, yo. We are what today is? The third. We are officially 3 weeks from Thursday away from the start of the regular season, yo. I can't wait, man. The Braves, obviously, we loaded, yo. Those mutts from Athens about to catch that smoke when they come to our house, and I'll be satisfied to see UGA fans get pissed off. Hey, that should be a good one, man. If I had to bet money on it, I would take Alabama, obviously, and then with them being at home. But I mean, hey, that's gonna be a very entertaining game. I tell you what, I want to check it out. I want to see what go down out there. What's up, Lenny D? Appreciate you tuning in. What up, Mr. Dugai? We might have to trade up, fam, to get Ruggs. If not, take Jefferson. And what do you think about Denzel Mims possibly? I agree. I was under the mind before I actually watched the combine that, as much as I want Henry Ruggs, I don't think we should trade up, to go get him. But like, now granted, I didn't see KJ Hamler run. KJ Hamler has a hamstring situation. So maybe, I got to check him out at his pro day. But man, bro, Ruggs is even faster than I thought, man. Like, that guy is an athlete. And me being an LSU guy, I watched him a lot at Alabama. Just yeah, like Jefferson, I love Jefferson, man. I love him a lot. I think Jefferson gonna be big time. But if we end up with Jefferson, I'll be satisfied with that because I know he's gonna have good production. He's gonna go out there and catch the ball and make plays. I'm just right, and I just hope that Deshaun would stay healthy. But man, I just really want to see that speed factor. I really want to see Wentz out there with a deep threat, man. And Mims, yeah, that's a cool possibility also, yo. For a little later in the draft, he's solid, but man, I guess Ruggs is looking more and more like he won't be there at 21. If we got to trade up, what do we give up? Like, do we give up a second round pick, a third? I don't want to give up a future first for him. Like, I don't think it's worth that cost, but man, I would love to see that guy in his offense, man. What's up, Jermaine? One Eagles fly high. Appreciate you tuning in. What up, family? Hey, what's going on, yo? Glad you could make it, yo. What's up, Malik Baker? Appreciate you tuning in. Mr. Dugas, what's up, my brother? Fly Eagles fly. That's right. Fly Eagles fly, yo. The free agency is right around the corner, yo. Curious to see what we do. Let's see. What's up, Chandler Highs? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up? Hey, what's going on? Like I said, like always, appreciate you tuning in and checking your boy out, yo. What's up, Eagles 11? Appreciate you tuning in. NFL uploaded a new video ranking the top 40 running backs worst to best, and they put Chubb in front of Henry. Tell me, am I the only one that disagrees with that? I would put Henry in front of Chubb, man. Chubb had a good year. Chubb been solid, but like Henry been like especially in the playoffs, man. Henry been like a superstar, yo. I didn't get to see the list yet, but yeah, Henry been like, I would put Henry definitely in front of Nick Chubb. Though Chubb is a solid player too, though. He great win last night. I know you. Yeah, man, that was big, yo. That was big, man. If the defensive effort that we had last night was amazing. If we could play with that type of defensive effort the rest of the year, we're gonna be fine. Now granted, we may not shoot that well again. We shot the ball really well last night, especially from three. But if we could come with that defensive intensity on a nightly basis, yo, like we could make some things happen. That was absolutely a great win last night. And how's your day going? Hey, it's going good. It's going a lot better now since I get to talk to all of you, yo. I always feel good when I get to talk to everybody, yo. Like I said, I greatly appreciate y'all all tuning in, yo. But my day going fine. Hope yours going well also, yo. Let's see. Hold on. When free agency hit, I'm screaming Brashard Perriman or Robert Anderson. That's only if we don't draft two receivers. I'm starting to think we're gonna go more the Brashard Perriman route. I think that, Brashard Perriman is more of a 50-50 ball type of receiver. Robbie Anderson is kind of more the speed element. I think, and plus Robbie Anderson gonna be high, gonna cost more also. Brashard Perriman, I think, is a guy that obviously he has a lot of talent. He was a former first round pick. He kind of busted in Baltimore, but then went to was it Cleveland? He went to. I know he was with Tampa last season, but I think he went to Cleveland. Or he went somewhere, and he started going silent. So I'm starting to think Brashard Perriman is the guy that we're going to bring in to be that 50-50 ball receiver, because I do think, we let go of Alshon Jeffrey, and I think we address our speed receivers in the draft. LSU going to get that smoke when they play Texas A&M in College Station. I mean, I don't know about all that. Now, granted, it probably won't be 50-7 like it was last season when we just dominated. But we owed y'all that one though. We owed y'all that butt whipping after that 7 overtime game. But I'm gonna say this: I do think A&M will be better this year. I do think A&M has a chance to be a really good team. When LSU go there, we gonna see. It should be an interesting game. I don't know about all that. They're going to catch that smoke. I mean, LSU still has a lot of talent. One side of the field is already gone for the offense to throw the ball with Derek Stingley back there. Like, you don't have no corners that could cover Jamar Chase. So, but we're going to see. We're going to see. It should be a very fun, entertaining game when we go up there, yo. What's up, Trey Lorenzo? Appreciate you tuning in. LA, my Dodgers finally going to win another championship. Hey, they are the favorites, yo. I'm a big Braves fan. Obviously, I hope you're wrong. I hope the Braves finally break through. But the Dodgers right now on paper are the favorite, yo, especially after adding Mookie Betts and David Price. They're going to be tough, yo. But we going to see. I don't count my Braves out, man. My Braves, once we just figure out this third base position, I think we going to have a really, really great team again this season. What's up, Gate City Blue Devil? Appreciate you tuning in. When is the spring game at LSU this year, and are you going? Appreciate the content, dude. Hey, thank you so much for following and supporting me all the time, yo. I greatly appreciate that. And the spring game I think is April is it the 3rd or the 10th or something? I gotta double check, but I know it's in April. I am trying to go actually because this year the game is actually going to be played at Southern University. Because LSU is doing something to the field. Especially after that Auburn game last year, man, players was just slipping and falling down too much. So they're gonna fix the drainage in the stadium and and fix the field. So yeah, the spring game is gonna be at Southern. And it's gonna be a beautiful day in the city of Baton Rouge, man. You're gonna have the Southern fans, the LSU fans all together. I heard they're trying to do something collectively with both bands, as both bands are also amazing. It's gonna be a beautiful day in the city of Baton Rouge, yo. So and as of now, the plan is to go out there, but of course, life happens and things change. But I'll definitely let everyone know if I'm definitely gonna be going out there. Cowboys Nation, and there you go with that. Hey, y'all better figure out what y'all gonna do with your quarterback, Mr. Dak Prescott, yo. Um, y'all better figure it out, cause I tell you what, we love ours, yo. A matchup people never seem to talk about is the Oregon versus Ohio State game. That's going to be a blast to watch. You absolutely right. It is. It's actually I think it's the same night, the same day LSU plays Texas. But that is a very, very, very intriguing matchup. I know Oregon is getting a lot of hype this year. The city. They still got a lot of people really high on the Oregon Ducks this season. And the game is at Oregon. Ohio State obviously is going to be loaded. They got, Justin Fields back. They got this number one receiver recruit. I think his name is Fleming. Ohio State has some talent. So that's going to be a very, very, very interesting game. A rematch of the first college football national championship game. That is a big time game, yo. What's up, Team Gnarly? What's up, my homie? Appreciate you tuning in, bro. Fans up. Hey, I hear you, man. Y'all guys better go get to her. Y'all better go get to her, yo. Dak Prescott or Jared Goff? That's a good question. That's a good one. Man, I'm gonna go Jared Goff though. I know Jared Goff was terrible last season, and Dak Prescott. They both got flaws, but I'm gonna go Jared Goff just because I think that Jared Goff's ceiling is higher. Dak Prescott got a higher floor. Dak Prescott, on his worst day, Jared Goff's worst day will be way worse than Dak Prescott's worst day. But I think Jared Goff's best day would be much better than Dak Prescott's best day. I'll go Jared Goff slightly though. Give up Alshon in 3rd or 4th round pick. That's probably what I would. That's what I do. That's what I would do. I like that. Alshon in the 3rd to go up there get Henry Ruggs. It's worth it. I tell you what, it's definitely worth it, yo. Lakers next 3 games is 76ers, Bucks, and Clippers. Yes, I seen that. I seen that today. I wasn't aware that they was playing the Clippers on. I knew about the 76ers tonight and the Bucks on Thursday, but I'm very well. Granted, them and the Bucks gonna be a great matchup too Friday night. But Lakers Clippers is going to be something that I'm very, very intrigued to watch, yo. I can't wait for that one. What's up, Sir Nando 27? Appreciate you tuning in. Big game in an hour for Michigan State. We can't be co-champions if Rutgers beat Maryland. Yeah, I see y'all got a big one with Penn State tonight, yo. We're gonna see, but that was a very, very impressive win, by the way, also for Michigan State against Maryland, yo. They went on the road and really dominated that basketball game, man. Very, very impressive win for you Spartans. Look like they starting to finally find their groove. A lot of people thought they would have, coming in with them being preseason number 1, just in time for the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament. Isaiah Simmons is a top 5 pick. After running a 4.39, yeah, I think he is. At first, I was thinking the New York Giants probably should take an offensive lineman because they need some offensive line help. But man, they ain't got really no playmakers like that on the defensive side of the ball. And Isaiah Simmons would definitely be a playmaker for them. What's up, Conru girl? Appreciate you tuning in, my friend. Hey, checking in. Hey, thank you so much for checking in with your boy and for the love and support for the channel, yo. Thank you and everybody tuning in, yo. Thank all of y'all, yo. Talk is heavy with us and Byron Jones. Oh man, he makes our secondary better. Let me not be too much of a party pooper. He will make our secondary better if we get him in. He's a good corner. It's just, man, and maybe that's just me, the Eagle fan in me. I don't trust former Cowboys, man. Like, I just don't trust former Cowboys. I just feel like, they're not focused. I feel like they're too busy worried about what's going on over there. They're coming into Philly and doing their job. But granted, if we get him in, obviously he better than any corner we have on the roster right now. So I can't be that. I wouldn't really be mad. If Clippers lose their next two games, they will fall to fourth place. Thunder, Rockets, and Lakers. I think they're gonna take care of the Thunder tonight. The Rockets, that's gonna be an interesting game. And the Lakers, that's gonna be very, very interesting. But I think when it's all said and done, I think the Clippers gonna be I think they're gonna be the 3 seed. I don't think they pass up Denver for the 2 seed because I know the Clippers gonna start kind of resting guys a little bit down the stretch. So I think Denver get that 2 seed, but I think the Clippers get that 3 seed, and I think we will see a Clippers Lakers Western Conference Finals, which I think that's what everybody want to see. Rockets third place, yeah, but I think they're gonna end up fourth, and I think they're gonna take on Utah in that first round series. Would be very interesting if OKC, stay in that, getting that fifth seed in the Houston OKC series with the whole Westbrook OKC and the Chris Paul versus James Harden whole thing there. What's up, Tiger Raven 18, 2018? Appreciate you tuning in. Alabama 38, Georgia 10. Wow. I don't think it's gonna be that lopsided, man. But boy, if that happened, boy, do those people in Athens gonna start losing their mind, yo. Jordan Love is a first round pick. I mean, the reason I'm not gonna be so down on the whole Jordan Love thing is because I wasn't high on Patrick Mahomes coming up. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, yo. I even went as far as I did a video. That's right when I started doing YouTube. I said he would be thumbs down because I watched them play against LSU. It wasn't all I seen was a guy with a big arm, but he was out there just running around crazy, throwing the ball all over the place. And similar to Jordan Love, I seen Jordan Love against LSU this year, and LSU absolutely dominated him. I mean, I think Stingley and Delpit got a pick off him. But, you listen to these ESPN experts, they're telling you that, he lost 9 starters and, he had coaching changes and all this other stuff, but he threw 17 interceptions in 13 games, man. But granted, somebody is going to take him in the first round. I don't think personally he should go ahead of Justin Herbert, but that's the talk now because he has a lot of talent and people trying to hit on another Patrick Mahomes. So, yeah, he definitely will be a first round pick, yo. What's your opinion about Nick Foles returning to the Eagles? Man, I seen that today that Jacksonville may consider trading him. You put me on the spot there. I'm kind of done with that whole situation, honestly. I know that he will come in and be a great backup. I'm just ready for that whole Nick Foles stuff to move forward. Like, for me, that should be a thing in the past. He bought us our first Super Bowl. He has a statue outside the stadium. That's good. That's great, man. I just feel like, bro, go get a Marcus Mariota. Go get a Joe Flacco. Go get a Case Keenum. Go get one of these guys to be your backup, man. Like, leave Nick Foles where he at, man. Like, and then we would have to trade for him. So I definitely don't want to give up an asset for him. Like, Wentz has taken over this locker room. He won the division, led us to a playoff game. Let's just roll with Wentz, man. I'm good. I pass. Let's see. What's up, Derek Anthony? Appreciate you tuning in. What's good, bro? Skull. Hey, glad you tuning into the live, yo. And what's the deal? I'm hearing y'all thinking about trading Stephon Diggs, yo. What's up with all that? And if y'all do, hey, don't forget your boy now. don't forget your boy now. I could use Stephon Diggs if y'all are interested in trading him, yo. Nick Foles is not coming back, and I don't want Nick Foles back. There you go. I completely agree. I'm done with the whole Nick Foles situation. That's done with. He's gonna go down and ego lower, but I'm done with that, man. I'm ready to just move on with Carson Wentz, yo. Big games this week: Clippers versus Rockets, Bucks versus Lakers, Lakers versus Clippers. Yeah. One thing I'm gonna say, man, with the whole no more super teams out there in the NBA, you get a lot of really good matchups, like pretty much on a night in night out basis, man. The only thing, like, I'm glad that Lakers Clippers game is Sunday, and I'm glad that Lakers Bucks game is late, but on a Friday night, to where I'll be up and checking that out, yo. But yeah, a lot of great matchups, man. In the NBA, it's a real good time, yo. Three of Clemson's men's basketball came against three top 15 ranked teams. Number five Duke, number 11 Louisville, and on Saturday number six Florida State on a buzzer beater. Oh yeah, they have got some nice upsets this season, yo. But is it? I'm just curious if it's gonna be enough to get them in the tournament. I'm not quite sure, but at least like if you could get into the ACC tournament and make a little, you capable of beating all them top teams, and you could make a little noise. They were all at home, yeah. But if they could go to the ACC tournament, knock off a few teams, we gonna see. We gonna see if they could get into this tournament though, but probably not. It might be a little too late though, unfortunately though. What's up, Luke Jones? Appreciate you tuning in. What it do? What a win last night. Hopefully, Heat won't lay an egg tomorrow. Yes, man. I could would have win. It was fun. It was exciting. It was good to see this team finally put it all together defensively. Because we have a whole lot of really good individual defenders. When you think about Andre Iguodala, Jay Crowder, Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Derrick Jones Jr., all those guys could defend. And to see that team going out there defending last night, basically against the most efficient offense in the NBA, it was fun. But just like you said, I was thinking the same thing. Like, man, I would be so upset if we go out there and run through Milwaukee like we did last night and lose to Orlando at home tomorrow. That would be so disappointing. But hopefully that doesn't happen. What's up, Cowboy X Factor? Appreciate you tuning in. Excuse me. Hey there, Mr. Dugar. Did you want AJ Boye to the Philly Eagles before he got moved to the Denver Broncos? He would have been a nice addition, but I think I'm a pass. I would pass on him. He got a big salary, man. He got a really big number. He got a really big contract, and he's been a little banged up the last couple of years, and he's not been as good, as he was in that 2017, AFC Championship season when him and Jalen Ramsey was that year by far the best dynamic duo at corners. The last couple of years he slipped off, and like I said, he started getting injuries, and he's getting a little older. But but for Denver, a good move for them though. He could go in there with the pass rushes they have. They don't really have a lot of guys they tied money into offensively like that. They got a lot of young pieces, so I think it's a good move for them. But for me, I don't think I'd have made that move. What's up, Brandon Reese? Appreciate you tuning in. What up, Mr. Dugai? If Brady leaves the Patriots, what team should he go play for? I think the team that he should look at, it's a couple that come to mind. Obviously, I think the Chargers, the Bears, the Titans. But I think the team he definitely should go to is the Chargers. I know people gonna be like, oh, he in the same division with Patrick Mahomes. Oh, he got to play the Chiefs twice a year. But to me, the Chargers is like, probably them being the Bears or the Bears. But the Chargers to me is the West Coast. He's from the West Coast. They got Keenan Allen, they got Mike Williams. I know Hunter Henry, a free agent, and Melvin Gordon. They got some good personnel pieces defensively. But I think that's a spot for him, where he could go there and, that team, obviously, Phillip Rivers was terrible last year. So if he go there and he plays solid with those really good, receivers he have over there, I think the Chargers should be the place he should go. But second on that list, I know a lot of people talking Titans, but for me, second on that list, I'd probably say like the Chicago Bears. What's up, James Rodriguez? Appreciate you tuning in. As a Cowboy fan, I respect your grind, vids, and opinions. With that being said, my question is, how about the Cowboys? Hey, greatly appreciate the respect and the love for the channel, yo. I greatly appreciate that. And as far as you Cowboys, man, I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all. I hope y'all never get past the second round again. like, but with that being said, appreciate the kind words though. As a Cowboy fan, Orlando Scandrick Hall of Fame. I bet he is as a Cowboy fan, man. And I know that Baron Jones is a good player. I know he's a good cornerback, man. He has a lot of physical ability, but because of stuff like Scandrick, man, that make me don't want no part of Byron Jones, man. I may miss out on a good corner because of what Scandrick pull off, man. I ain't even gonna get on him, man. That dude there is something else, man. If Eugene comes into our house and tries to fake a punch/field goal early in the game, I will lose my mind. I remember when they did that to y'all at 18. I was so glad to see him sloppy much get busted. When they did that to us, I was furious, yo. I was highly upset because it's the first quarter. LSU goes down, gets a field goal. Georgia is driving, and then they try that, man. Like, to me, I took that as disrespect. Like, I felt like Georgia at the time thought that they was gonna just come in there and just roll through LSU. They was the number 2 team in the country, just played for a national championship and lost a very close game to Alabama. So, they figured they had it going on. And they came in there solely being disrespectful. And I'm glad that LSU not only destroyed them last year, but turned around, destroyed them again this season, yo. But yeah, I think Kirby might be done with those fake field goals and all that for a while though. Nick Foles should only come back to retire as a Philadelphia Eagles quarterback. Exactly. Like I'm done with the whole. I love him. I appreciate what he did, but I'm absolutely done with the whole Nick Foles stuff, man. Like I'm just ready to move on from Nick Foles, man. What's up, Arson World 123? Appreciate you tuning in this beat, Mr. Dugas. Hey, appreciate you being here, yo. Thanks so much for coming check your boy out today, yo. Orlando Bum Drake. That guy, man, like it was so bad when he did that stuff on Undisputed, bro. Like I wanted to fight. like I remember just that day how furious I was. I wanted to fight with him, man. Like that's how angry I was with Orlando Scandrick because like I just like, bro, like if he ran across me right now, I'm willing to throw hands with them. I probably wouldn't win, but I was willing to throw hands with him on sight. Like after he tried to play. If y'all watch the All or Nothing, the Eagles All or Nothing, yo, on Amazon Prime, like you will get even more upset because you will see, not to give too much away, but you'll see how much guys like Malcolm Jenkins and all those guys, really basically had his back and, welcomed him to the organization. And for him to turn around and do that was just a real weak move on his part, yo. Mr. Dugas, Celtics, Lakers finals. I mean, if I had to put money on it right now, obviously I hope my Heat could get there, and I'm not giving up on them. But I'm not gonna pick them for that. Man, that's a tough one, man. I would say Clippers out the West. I got the Clippers out the West. In the East, man, if I'm not gonna pick my Heat, man, I'm gonna take my biasness out of it. Man, that's tough, man. I might say Boston, man. I might go Boston, yo. I love Tatum is becoming a great closer. Milwaukee, I still worry about Giannis's jump shot. I know he got a lot of players around him, but I still worry about teams like the Heat did last night, like Toronto did last year, just walling off the paint and forcing them to shoot jumpers. Toronto, they don't have a closer. Well, I mean, I know Van Vliet is solid and Lowry and Siakam is getting better and better. But I just love Tatum with Boston. I think, and Kemba Walker, I think I would lean Boston as of now. Jags trade AJ Boye to Denver Broncos and Eagles should have got him. I mean, I don't think so, man. I think we all right, man. Boye was starting to break down a little bit. He had a great season in 2017. Jaguars went to the AFC Championship game. Should have played my Eagles in the Super Bowl, but Brady came through at the end. But he kind of slipped off the last couple of years, man. He's had injuries, and he just hasn't been as good. So, and he's getting a little older. Plus, he has a big contract, yo. So I'm kind of good on him, man. I'm willing to go a younger guy or another free agent that's not as high, or if they are expensive, at least a little younger. They were disrespectful for that. Yeah, they was, yo. It really had burned me up, yo. Reaction to coronavirus. My reaction to that is, man, everybody out there, y'all be safe, y'all be careful. Let's pray. Prayers to all the people who've lost their lives to this virus. Prayers to all the people who are dealing with this virus and all the people who may have caught this virus, yo. It's a very serious thing. I've seen they've even went as far as to say they may have some NBA and March Madness games in the future, may not allow people to go into the arenas if this thing continues to spread and grow. So let's all be careful, man, and just pray that this thing could, eventually die off like the like what it was, it anthrax and West Nile and all these other viruses that had hit the US, yo. These deadly viruses. Eagles can sign Travis Benjamin. No. Like I passed. Game of the night, Wizards versus Kings. Yeah, sure. No more playoff appearance for OU. Yeah, man, they've been getting skull drugged, man. I don't know, man. Lincoln Riley gonna have to do something. I know he just got a new defensive coordinator, but I don't know, man. It's not like they ain't got talent over there. I don't know what the deal is with their defense, man. What's up, DG Rob? Appreciate you tuning in. You see, he laughed at the question about about the Cowboys. Cause man, I mean, what about y'all? Like, what about y'all? Y'all was 8-8. Your quarterback want money. Y'all don't want to pay him. You might lose Amari Cooper. People mad with Zeke. He done got his money and he wasn't as effective. DeMarcus Lawrence out there making $100 million, not doing nothing. Jerry Jones in the shower thinking about Dez Bryant. I mean, what about y'all? Oh man, let's see. He laughed because what about that? Thank you, bro. Lenny D, man, we be right here, man. We be here, man. Like for real, bro. Like, what about them? Like what they want me to say? Like, y'all ain't doing nothing special. Like, y'all ain't the defending NFC East champs. What about them? I agree. The Georgia Bulldogs are like the Falcons of college football. Both are choke artists, man. Bro, I'm starting to worry, man, if that's the state of Georgia thing. Now the Falcons, hey, that's on them. The Georgia, that's on them. But man, I'm worried about my Braves, man. Like my Braves got to come through and break this Georgia curse, man. Cause things are just really going bad over there in Georgia, man. With sports, man. Putting Oklahoma in the playoffs in 17 and 18 is one thing, but put them in there last year, knowing how many nobodies they struggled against was dumb. You could tell that their team wasn't very good. True, but the problem is, is like, the Pac-12 had an opportunity and they choked. They don't want to put, obviously, they don't want to put multiple SEC teams in there like that unless they feel like they have to, unless they feel like they have no choice. And the ACC was terrible, and the Big Ten. I mean, Ohio State was clearly the only reliable team in that conference. So it's like, unfortunately, you go to the Big 12 and Oklahoma won it. So, that's just how it is, man. Some of these other teams gonna have to start doing better, especially in the Pac-12. What's up, Nate? Satisfied, Phil. Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, man, how you doing out here, man? You heard me? Hey. Appreciate the love and support. I'm out here chilling, man. Just talking to all of you, enjoying it like I always do. A lot of things going on in the sports world. Appreciate everybody once again checking your boy out, yo. Ain't nothing about the Cowboys but mediocrity. exactly, yo. What's up, Ryan Barron? Appreciate you tuning in. Somebody smack OSU for once. Tired of them. Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about Ohio State. Yeah, Clemson got him, man. Ohio State jumped out to that 16-0 lead, was dominating that game. I still, left that game wondering, like, man, Ohio State is going to be sick to their stomach, man, because they had golden opportunities to win that game, yo. And, Clemson went and took it straight from them, yo. So yeah, they got their issue, man. I was kind of tired of them this season because like I never really had a problem with them, but this year I was getting aggravated with the whole them flip flopping them in LSU 1 and 2, and they fans telling me that LSU don't play no defense. But guess what? LSU is got the ring on their finger. LSU is the national champs, yo. Below mediocrity, yeah, they terrible, man. Ryan, why you hate the Buckeyes? Hey, they was something this year, yo. Reaction to Spike Lee out if Knicks. That's a very interesting situation, man. Now granted, I don't want to lie to y'all. I didn't get the full details on everything. I'm gonna have to read up on it a little to see exactly more of what happened. What I was aware, but what I am aware of is that he was going out through an employer door or something like that. That something he went through, like what they say for like 28 years, and all of a sudden they didn't want him going through it or something. And he got harassed. So I'm gonna have to go back and check out the Knicks side of the story, before I really give a deep thought about it. But I did find it very interesting that he said he's no longer going to Knicks games this year, yo. And that's a bit much. That's crazy, man, because I don't know if Spike Lee right or wrong, man, but one thing I do know is that guy has been a absolute loyal New York Knicks fan, yo. That team has been hot trash for years, and Spike Lee has been there dedicated and supporting that team through thick and thin. So unless he was just completely out of line, I feel like the people owe Spike Lee respect and they showing them, yo. What's up, Stewart Cowboy? Appreciate you tuning in. Do you think Alshon Jeffries was the one talking bad about Carson Wentz, and do you want him to return this season? Honestly, I do think he was, yo. I do think it was Alshon Jeffrey talking up behind Wentz back, and I don't want him this season. The reason I feel that way is because, like, for one, Alshon Jeffrey is very close with Josina Anderson. And Josina Anderson was the one broke the story. When Alshon Jeffrey first signed with the Philadelphia Eagles, the first person he told was Josina Anderson. Josina Anderson broke the news that Alshon Jeffrey was signing a one-year deal with the Eagles. I don't think Nelson Aguilar talks to her like that, or anybody else in the locker room really talks to her. And I seen that there was a story that a well-known offensive player, they didn't say his name, confronted Alshon Jeffrey about that, and the two had to be separated. And I don't think it's a coincidence that once he went out of the lineup, the offense started playing better, yo. So I do think it was him, man. I do think it was him. I think he came in at first. He really loved Carson, but I think winning that Super Bowl with Nick Foles, and Nick Foles did, credit Nick Foles did look for him a little more than Carson does. So maybe Alshon feels like, I miss Nick Foles. Nick Foles throws me the ball. Carson doesn't throw me the ball as much. So, maybe that's how he felt, but I do think it was him, and I definitely don't want him back on the team next season. I'm ready to get younger, yo. Let's see. Hey, okay, I get it. Good game the other night. Yeah, that's what's up, yo. That's what's up, man. Putting auto type. I know it's early, but who do you think will be the four college football playoff teams next year? I have Clemson, Ohio State, and Ohio State as locks, and maybe Bama and Oregon. Uh, I agree with you about Clemson and Ohio State. I mean, you could pencil them in. Um, I don't know, man. Oregon, I'm hearing a lot of hype about Oregon, which is surprising because they just lost a great quarterback back, and a couple of really good offensive linemen, that they had. Uh, I will go. Like I said, Clemson, Ohio State. I don't know, man. Like in the SEC, it's gonna be interesting, man. A lot of people assuming Bama. Bama is gonna be very good. I mean, LSU still gonna be very good. LSU and Bama like got new quarterbacks. Georgia got a lot of talent. Florida, I think, will be a lot better. I think Florida got a real shot. I think A&M will be improved. But in the SEC, honestly, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be honest. If I had to say today, man, I'm gonna just say LSU because LSU get Bama at home. I'm gonna just say LSU. But I'm not 100% sure about Miles Brennan. But I'm not 100. I know he played and got a little experience, but I'm not 100% sure about Mac Jones neither. I know both teams got a lot of talent around them, and I guess I'll go Oregon as the fourth, yo. I guess I'll go Oregon, yo, because it's a lot of hype. But I gotta check out these teams, everybody's spring game. I gotta check out how the freshmen and all them gonna look. I gotta see exactly who everybody has coming back, and I gotta look at everybody's schedule because schedule does matter, But once I do that, I have a better grasp on that. But that's what I'm gonna go with for right now. Eagles gonna meet Coronavirus. Well, I guess because they keep winning. Mr. Duga, I enjoy your live videos. You remind me of me. I'm in South Carolina, but the Eagles, Sixers, Dodgers, Clemson, Tigers football fan, and Duke basketball fan. Hey, I appreciate the love and support, yo. And hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, support your teams, man. Support your teams, yo. And fly, Eagles, fly, man. I'm glad we at least agree on that. Is next year a Super Bowl or bust for Eagles, Saints, and Cowboys? I don't think so for the Eagles. I don't think it's Super Bowl or bust for the Eagles next year, simply because I expect us to be a little younger. I think it's playoffs or bust. For the Cowboys, I definitely don't think it's Super Bowl. I know they're gonna try to, sell their fans on it's Super Bowl or bust, but it's never Super Bowl or bust for Dallas. It's getting to the second round or bust for Dallas. Now I will say this: I do think it's Super Bowl or bust for the Saints. However, though, Drew Brees is starting to get older, man. Like Drew Brees is getting up there, and they fell short the last couple of years, and they had a golden opportunity. Especially that 2018 season. Had a golden opportunity to win one before Brees went out the door. So I think for the Saints are the team that got the most pressure on them coming into the season. You still got Michael Thomas over there. You still got Alvin Kamara. You got Drew Brees. You got Marshawn Lattimore, Cam Jordan, Demarius Davis. And I think that they're gonna add some more guys. I think they're gonna probably add offensive line depth. I think they're gonna definitely add another receiver and another corner. So I think this is a Super Bowl or bust year for the Saints. Not so much the Eagles and Cowboys. I think you got a little wiggle room. Where Tyler Hero at? Injured with an ankle injury. I tell you what, I sure miss him out there. Like I can't wait till he get out there. What's up, Dante Diaz? Appreciate you tuning in. What up? Hey, appreciate you tuning in to the live, yo, and for the love and support. LeVar Ball was on Skip and Shannon show, and Pelicans will beat Lakers in the first round. I mean, I doubt it, but the Pelicans gotta get there first, man. LeVar or Jordan? I'm going LeVar all day. Michael Jordan overrated. Of course, I'm being sarcastic, by the way, in case any Jordan lovers think I'm serious. Have anybody noticed that ever since we beat the Cowboys in the NFL season-ending JJ Thriller finish, he actually had a slight appearance last week, man. He had a slight appearance last week, but he did kind of go away a little bit, man. But that's my boy, man. But he be tripping when it comes down to them Cowboys, man. That Oklahoma team was not as good at all last year. It's better than putting Notre Dame in. I especially better not see them in there again. Where's the speed from that team? They don't have none. I don't think we got to worry about Notre Dame this season because I think Clemson going to go over there and destroy them. It was interesting. I thought that game would have been early. I seen the schedule, and that game actually is later in the season, like towards the end of the season. But yeah, I think we ain't got to worry about Notre Dame. We may have to worry about Oklahoma again. Because nobody else in the Big 12 seemed to want to play football. You would think Texas would be better than what they are, but they ain't. And the Pac-12 always seem to beat each other up, and beat each other up and keep each other out of the playoff. So it's a chance we may see Oklahoma again. But I don't think we got to worry about Notre Dame, at least for this year. XFL is better. I doubt it, but I haven't really watched it. I'm kind of, I don't know if I could do the whole XFL, man. I thought about it, but I'm like, I'm kind of in basketball mode right now. I'm kind of in, NFL offseason and in basketball mode right now. So I don't know if I could really invest into the XFL like that. All due respect to those players, but the NFL players or the high level college players that I'm used to watching. What will be your dream college football championship game next year? Uh, that's a good question. Man, who we got? Who would I like? I got LSU. Like, I don't know no other teams that I just really, really would like to see play that bad. Ohio State, Clemson. They just played. Alabama pretty much done played all of those teams already. I would say LSU versus um. Well, that ain't gonna happen. I would say LSU versus USC to finally put that 2002 national championship nonsense to bed. But USC obviously is not gonna be there. So I would say LSU and man, who I like to see us play that we haven't played in a while, man. Or at least in my lifetime. I like to see LSU and Michigan. I like to see LSU and Michigan play. One Super Bowl win in 50 years is not exactly screaming superiority, but that's for a different day. I mean, but a Super Bowl like recently where the team that still has their ring, and a team that hasn't been past the second round since 1995. I mean, give me my little one Super Bowl in 50 years that just happened, like that the Eagles are still the last NFC team to win a Super Bowl. Like they could sit here and try to make Cowboy fans can sit here and try to make themselves feel good. Oh, we got five, but yet you would give up those five, especially if you're a younger person. Now, maybe if you're an older gentleman where you got to really experience all those Super Bowls, then I get it. But if you're a younger person, if you was born in the late '80s or the early '90s or later, you would give up those past Super Bowls to see your team win one now, yo. So I mean, who cares what y'all think about our Super Bowl? How about y'all get y'all one? Alabama versus Clemson. I mean, we've seen that like 50 times already, though. Let's see. Cowboys versus Ravens in Super Bowl. No. I wasn't even born when the Cowboys won their last Super Bowl. I was 2 years after that. Exactly. Like they could sit here and try to say, oh, the Eagles got one Super Bowl. But like pretty much every Eagles fan around right now, unless they're like an infant baby, got to sit there and witness their team do it. Like these younger Cowboy fans have not got to see their team do it. So give me my one. Like I'm happy with my one, and we still got a chance to eventually get more. The story ain't written yet. Let's see. Lance Johnson look like Tyson Fury. I mean, I don't know about all that, man. Like you selling Lance Johnson a little short, man. Let's see. What's up, D. Tawan Davis? Appreciate you tuning in, bro. Mr. Dugai, it's your Heat bros from Vegas. How about that statement win against Milwaukee last night? Hashtag Let's Go Heat. Yes, bro. Yes, big time win, man. To me, it's one. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's the very, very best. We had some good wins this year, but it definitely was the most impressive, and it definitely was the best defensive performance we had all season. That was fun to watch, man. To see that team go out there and defend the way that they did last night. We just got to bring that intensity the rest of the season. Now we see that we capable of defending. We just got to bring, that intensity the rest of the season. The offense will come, man. We got guys that can shoot the basketball, yo. So if we just bring this defensive intensity, this team got a chance to do some really good things, man. But yes, I loved every bit of that game last night. Really, really enjoyed it, yo. What's up, Big Pain? Appreciate you tuning in. Jalen Hurts might be a steal. Yeah, I feel like Jalen Hurts could kind of be similar to like a Dak Prescott. But if he just goes somewhere that's a good situation, he may get a chance to go out there and play. And when he get his opportunity, he gotta just never let it go, yo. So yeah, if he go out there and do his thing, he gonna have a real shot. I'm only 22, about to be 23, but make no mistake about it. I seen McNabb dominate the NFC East and the NFC and make it to the Super Bowl. Cowboys not so much. Exactly, like the last era of the Eagles, the Andy Reid, Donovan McNabb, Brian Dawkins Eagles had some success since the Cowboys had real consistent success. So like they can sit here and talk all that nonsense all they want, man. Like my team has been way more successful over the last couple of decades, yo, the last 20 years or so. You don't believe in vanity? No, no, I don't. Reaction to Makai Becton, however you say his name, draft stock and 40. That was ridiculous to see a guy that size run that fast. That was absolutely ridiculous. And yes, his stock has shot through the roofs as now I'm seeing him as like in the top 10 right now. Cowboys need Xavier McKinney. Do you like Xavier? Who you like better, Xavier McKinney or Grant Delpit? I'm seeing some mock draft starting to have my boy Delpit dropping a little bit to like almost out of the first round, man. I know he needs to be better as a tackler and stuff like that, but man, the guy is a playmaking ball hawk safety. So I don't know what's the deal with that. CJ Henderson had a good combine. Yeah, he a solid player, man. But I don't know I don't know, man. Okuda is by far the best corner in this draft. And everybody else is kind of like, Henderson, Fulton, all those guys are kind of like, all kind of bunched together in my opinion. As a Saints fans, I hope they draft Justin Jefferson and T. Higgins. Well, you ain't gonna get both of them. I do think Justin Jefferson would be a great fit for the Saints, however, though. He's a slot receiver. Drew Brees, has loved slot receivers over the years. He ain't really had a real good one since Willie Snead left. But I think with him, especially him being from the area, I think Justin Jefferson would be a real nice fit for the New Orleans Saints in the slot to complement Michael Thomas. Derek Brown, the next Aaron Donald. Who the best O-line? I don't know about Aaron Donald, but because Aaron Donald is just on a whole nother level. Like that guy is just a freak of nature. But I think Derek Brown will be a really good NFL interior D lineman. And who are the best O-line? I don't know. That's a good one. They got some good O-lines, man. The Colts got a good O-line. The Chiefs had a solid one. The Steelers. Eagles got a solid O-line. Dallas got a good O-line. The Saints O-line is solid. If I had to say the best offensive line, I would probably say I probably would go to Colts. I like the Colts offensive line a lot. If we get one of these rookie at wide receiver in the draft with a healthy Djax and maybe a Robbie Anderson, we should be great. Plus, we got to fix that DB situation, and we need to generate some more pass rush. I agree, yo. I definitely think that we definitely gonna address the receiver position in the draft, especially in the first round. The cornerback position, I think we will address both positions, yo. We do have the beauty of the draft this year is that we do have 10 picks. We got 10 picks in the draft, so we could go out there and get two receivers and get two Combs. We also got to get a safety also because Rodney McLeod is a free agent. So I think, but I think we're gonna be all right, yo. What's up, Dennis Big? Appreciate you tuning in. You're from Florida. How did you become an Eagles fan? Well, actually, I'm not from Florida. Actually, I'm from Louisiana. Actually, and the Eagles, man, I was young. Seeing Donovan McNabb play at Syracuse, was a big fan of his game. He got drafted to the Eagles, did his thing with the Eagles, and I just rolled with him ever since. Like I've been an Eagles fan ever since. Saints were not very good when I was young, so they didn't really appeal me like that. And I just saw McNabb out there running around making plays. I thought he was amazing, and he the reason. Dawkins event ended up being my favorite Eagle of all time, but Donovan McNabb is the reason that I am a kid in Louisiana, became an Eagles fan. And I guess since I'm not from Florida, I'm guessing you wonder how I became a Heat fan. Same thing with Tim Hardaway, man. Obviously Dwayne Wade ended up being my favorite Heat of all time, but I watched the Heat and I like the way that Tim Hardaway played, yo. So I became, he the reason I became a Heat fan. Eagles need Levinsky, Chenault. Nah, I'm kind of good with him, man. I think most so we should need me. I'm all on Henry Ruggs, KJ Hamler, or Justin Jefferson, or somebody like that. I'm not really big on Chenault that like that. Oh, excuse me. Eagles are getting Chris Harris after AJ Boye trade. Hey, I'll take him. Obviously, with him being a free agent, him being a little older, he shouldn't demand that much money. So I'll take him. As long as I ain't gotta give him, we ain't gotta give him a lot of money. I'll be good with Chris Harris. If we 8-8, then the Cowboys' record is going to be worse than that. 12-4, man. You can cut that out, man. Oh, stop. Y'all supposedly had a Super Bowl team and still was bad. So makes me think y'all will be good this year. Exactly, man. Cowboys fans, man. Every year they think that this their year. They think they about to do something and they about to make something happen, and obviously they don't do anything. Who do you think has more to prove next year, Jim Harbaugh or Jimbo Fisher? I think Harbaugh, like the pressure is more tight on Harbaugh, but I think Jimbo Fisher will have a good year this year. I think he will be solid. At worst case scenario, I think Jimbo Fisher will be 9-3. Harbaugh, man, I'm not sold on Harbaugh, man. Harbaugh got a tough matchup to start the season. They got to go on the road and play the Huskies up there in the Northwest in Washington. That's a really, really tall task for him, yo. Jameis Winston, the Patriots. Nah, I doubt. I don't think Bill gonna put up with that type of foolishness. The Saints need to address the second wide receiver position at some point. I think they do it in the draft this year. I know they got some other needs. I know they could probably use a linebacker and maybe an offensive lineman and a safety and stuff like that, a corner. But I think that this year the draft. Oh, excuse me. I think that this year in the draft they're gonna actually address that wide receiver position because that's 2 years in a row in the playoffs that teams focused on Michael Thomas, took him away, and other receivers did not step up. How good is Javon Kinlaw and Cleveon Chason? They both are very good. Kinlaw, a beast inside. He does his thing. And Chason is a really good pass rusher. The only thing I worry about with Chason, I want him to get a little more bulkier. But I think once he gets out there in the NFL weight room, they're going to put a little more weight on him. Because he kind of a little small, for a defensive end. He going to have to be more of a, a 3-4. He going to have to go to a 3-4 scheme and be like a stand-up rush end. Then, put his hand in the dirt 4-3 defensive end. I don't like AJ Appensa. He is a bust. Christian Fulton. I don't know. I think. Well, I mean, obviously, me personally, I seen all these guys look good. Like all these guys look like they got potential. But you're right. Unfortunately, one or two of them are going to end up, not being so good. So, yeah, that's the issue with that. But I think he'll be all right, and I think Fulton is solid. I don't think I don't think he's like a cooler or nothing like that. But I do think that Christian Fulton is a solid corner. What's up, D Davis? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, Mr. Dugai, do you see the Redskins turning around anytime soon? I do. I do think that the Redskins are going to be a better team this season. I do think they're going to get things turned around. Ron Rivera is a good coach. Ron Rivera is a good coach. I think that Carolina prematurely let him go, in my opinion. I think Cam just been injured and they didn't have a quarterback like that. I don't think that necessarily was his fault. So I think he's a good coach. We're gonna find out a lot about Dwayne Haskins, but they're gonna get Chase Young. They gotta add some people to that team, but I think they got a good coach in place. So I think that team gonna eventually, get better. But all right, y'all, man, I gotta run. Sorry. Sorry if I didn't get a chance to get to your question or your comment. If you could, when this video posts to my channel, leave your question, leave your comment, and when I get a chance, I'll respond to it. But once again, man, I want to thank all of you for tuning in to my live. Thank y'all so much for the continued love and support. I greatly appreciate it. I love doing this each and every Tuesday, yo. But y'all stay tuned, man. Heat got a couple of games this week. LSU basketball. Getting closer to the start of the baseball regular season, getting closer to the start of spring training. A lot of good things on the horizon, yo. So stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Got a lot of content and videos throughout the week. And if you are subscribed, appreciate you again for subscribing to me and checking your boy out each and every week. But all right, y'all, man, I gotta run. Y'all holler at your boy later, man. Y'all have a blessed one.